So tonight, the Toronto Maple Leafs face off against the Florida Panthers in Game 4 of their series, with the Maple Leafs being down 3-0 to the Cats. And now I want to talk about what this might mean for the Toronto Maple Leafs if they get swept by the Florida Panthers. And I guarantee you, no hockey fanatic was looking at this series and saying, the Cats are going to win this in 4. And if I'm being honest, I think the Maple Leafs look terrible. I mean, they are not playing to their potential. They look like they got over that first round hump and now they just don't care. Almost like the weight was lifted off their shoulders, and rather than going into this next playoff series with all the momentum in the world, they just kind of ran into a very, very hot team in the Florida Panthers who just beat the Boston Bruins. They're riding that high from Game 7, and they don't look like they're slowing down anytime soon. I mean, big props to the Panthers. Paul Maurice and Matthew Tkachuk being added to this squad just gave them a huge new identity that they just did not have last season. And to be fair, I think a lot of people are underestimating the Panthers this year, but that's a side topic. So what does this mean for Toronto, its fan base, and the future of the club? I touched upon this in one of my other videos talking about how if Toronto loses this in a 4-game series, they might just lose Austin Matthews, and I actually think this might go a little bit further. If Toronto gets swept by the Florida Panthers in round 2 after finally getting over that hump, that fan base is going to be in shambles. They're going to want change, and honestly, they deserve it. I've seen a lot of comments on my last video of people saying that they want to trade Mitch Marner, maybe get rid of JT, Johnny Hockey, and I don't know if that's such a bad take. I mean, you've run it with this core for pretty long time now, and something's not clicking. And if you're Kyle Doobies, you're like, I just gave you the best team you could possibly have going into this playoff run, and you guys are just not showing any resilience. You're not showing any momentum from that first round win, and that's gotta stink. And if you're Dubas, I mean, your job's probably on the line, man. And same with Sheldon Keefe. This roster is not gonna do it for you, and there's something going on in that organization preventing them from winning, clutching out a series, and they just look like they're in shambles against the Florida Panthers, who, by the way, look like they have just figured out the top stars for the Toronto Maple Leafs, with Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, and John Tavares being a huge no-show in the last game. But I want to know what you guys think. Leafs fans, I think you deserve way more. You're so loyal. You're probably one of the most amazing fan bases in hockey because of the way you care about your team so much. But what do you guys think about this series? What do you think about the future of the Toronto Maple Leafs if they end up getting swept by the Panthers? Do you think it's time to get rid of the current core you have, trade it for other players like the Panthers did, getting rid of Huberdeau for Tkachuk? Or do you think you still want to run it back with this club because after that first round win, you see a lot of promise? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I gotta hear from the Leafs Nation. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you like these kind of videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.